Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode. Today, we're talking to Henry Fusey, the managing partner here at Wecos. Henry, how are
Hello,
you?
Cosmo.
So today, we're going to talk a little bit about managed network services. Um, so, managed network services, Henry, what are some of the benefits of a managed services provider?
Well, Cosmo, I think a lot of our customers find benefits of our services from the terms of availability. We're always available 24/7, where maybe if they manage it in-house, they have one or two resources that work 9 to 5 in their local time zone. So they get us 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. With that, they get us for roughly the same cost as they pay for a single full-time employee. So there's reduced cost with an additional round-the-clock service. And experience is probably one of the biggest ones where, if you hire an individual to maintain your internal networks and infrastructure, that resource has to be continuously trained, updated in technology while he's doing his job of supporting your client base. So we have that staff, on board. They have the expertise. It's a whole team of people. So, one person might not have a skill set in one area, and you can hand that problem off to somebody else. So, all in all, we have a well-rounded group of individuals that deliver, managed infrastructure services to our customers.
Yeah, I would think especially today with all the complexities that are in these environments, you do need a well-rounded staff and a 24/7 staff to be able to provide these services. So you make some great points there.
Yeah, today particularly, I hate to reference current events with the pandemic, but you've got lots of folks working at home. Technology is different than what was in the office. Maybe you've got 100 individuals that are now in their home setups, and it's 100 different networks that need to be managed, 100 different brands. Well, maybe not 100, but you get the idea. Linksys and Cisco and Netgear and what have you out there that maybe your IT staff isn't familiar with. They're trained in what's in your corporate office, and that's about it. Well, again, leveraging our skill set, we can handle the volume of calls that come in from people at home while they're trying to work with different internet providers. And we have the skill sets across all the brands out there that somebody might have in their home office. So, for now until sometime in the foreseeable future, that's going to be where it's at. And I think, managed infrastructure network services that we provide is going to scale out even more.
Absolutely. I've heard one IT manager explain it as having hundreds of corporate offices now because each one really is an entity that has to be managed, has to be monitored, and also has to be made sure that it's secure, right? Because that's, as we all know, is a top priority for IT managers out there. But having those eyes on glass, very important, right? Very important to be able to see those infrastructures, to see things that are happening there, to be proactive, right? So that these customers can be more productive, right? So that they're not they're not having downtime because of unforeseen incidents that might happen. To provide that extra level of support to these customers. So all in all, it's a savings cost plus it's giving more robust services to these customers. Would you agree?
Of course. Yeah. You mentioned enabling people to work from home. There's the business side of it as well. In the office, you can provide a certain service level. All the desktops work a certain way. They're the same brand, they're the same everything on the same network. So you have your security all wrapped up into your building and everything else. With these hundreds of remote offices, as you said, as you use as an example, you also have the possibility that people might be phoning it in and saying that their computer's broken when it's just fine. So we also have the ability through our telemetry to prove that your remote workforce is actually capable of working, their computers are working, their network is working, and when they say something doesn't work, are they just making an excuse because they want to go to the coffee shop, or are they actually capable of working and it reduces some downtime from that perspective as well. Performance is another thing we can manage and monitor remotely. A lot of people complain that the internet is slow, or my kids are using too much bandwidth and I can't get my job done. And we've done performance analysis on individual links to home users to prove that no, that's not a problem, or hey, it is, and here's how we can make sure that the business traffic needed to do your job gets prioritized over your kids' Xbox Live streaming during the middle of the day.
Absolutely. I totally can relate to that, having some kids around. Well, Henry, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for your commentary here today. If you'd like to hear more about our managed services, feel free to give us a call. You know how to reach us. We are wecos.net, or look at the link down below. Thank you.
Thank you.